Hello, I'm not Dr. Shelton Cooper, and welcome to Fun with Zeros. Today, my guest is Lieutenant Commander Geordie LaForge, Chief Engineer of the USS Enterprise. If you ask Siri what 0 divided by 0 is, I think she says something about Cookie Monster and not having friends, which is fun, but isn't really mathematical. I'm prepared to give a more mathematical answer, which I think is also fun in a way. Take a simple multiplication problem. 4 times 3 equals 12. Let's remove one of the numbers, the number 4, and take a look again at the problem. Now we have some number times 3 equals 12. Even if we didn't already know the number was 4, we could find out it was 4 by taking 12 and dividing it by 3, because dividing is defined as the inverse of multiplication. And that is the key to the answer in this video here. Let's look at another similar problem. 12 times 0 equals 0. Remove the 12. When we do what we just did, we get 0 divided by 0 equals 12. So, is 12 the answer to 0 divided by 0? No. Why not? Because we can get another answer. In fact, 11 can be the answer. 11 times 0 equals 0. In this case, 0 divided by 0 would be 11. Now, it's not unheard of for an unknown to have more than one number for an answer. In fact, if you solve quadratic equations in algebra, you get multiple answers for an unknown. So how many answers can we get to some number times 0 equals 0? Turns out to be a lot. 10 works, 11.5 works, 1 works, -1 works, pi works, even 0 works. So I would say the answer to 0 divided by 0 is pretty much every number in the world. If someone asks you what the answer to a math problem is, and you say every number in the world, I would classify that answer as a fun answer. But that's not very precise, so we just say 0 divided by 0 is indeterminate. We can't tell what it is because it can be so many things. Can't be determined. Now in contrast, a solution for 1 divided by 0 is not indeterminate, but undefined. No number times 0 can ever give you 1. We have no way to define what it could be. Not yet, anyway. In any case, I would feel pretty comfortable saying that at least every real number in the world is a solution to 0 divided by 0. I'm not sure about imaginary numbers, because even though I've used them to study polygons in the complex plane, I'm not entirely comfortable with them. I really don't have a clue about hyperreals or quaternions because I'm not even really sure what those things are. Even calculus hints that 0 divided by 0 can pretty much be anything. Here's one form of 0 divided by 0 here. We have to use something fancy called L'Hopital's rule in this case, and we see that 0 divided by 0 in this instance approaches 1, even if we're too scared to say that it equals 1. And in this other case, 0 divided by 0 approaches another number. Another interesting thing to consider as an example, take 0 times 1 divided by 0 equals 0 times 2 divided by 0, and you see in this case that if 0 divided by 0 is really the set of all numbers, this equation remains true, because 1 times the set of all reals and 2 times the set of all reals have the same cardinality, at least if you believe in Cantor's work on infinite sets. Someone who looks further into this might be able to provide a counterexample to this argument here, because I haven't given it all that much thought. I've also thought that maybe we should not define 0 itself as a quantity, or perhaps not allow operations with 0 to be defined. But it seems easier to just allow all that stuff and accept the problems we have with dividing by 0. But overall, it would seem that 0 divided by 0 by these arguments just might equal every number in the world. That's one way you can put it anyway. At least every real number in the world. Fun stuff. Good times. Might have even shocked some people with an answer like this. And if so, it was G-rated too.